Notice the workmen repainting the supposedly abandoned Kingsville Police Department. That doesn't make much sense to me, but again, who knows? Maybe I am a conspiracy theorist, but why was it still fully furnished with leather chairs and file cabinets and desks and computer screens and phone systems? You never know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Perhaps they wanted everything left intact so their training and their psychological test would be pulled off a little bit cleaner and smoother. Again, you decide. So y'all are just painting over the black burn marks? Mm-hmm. Delta Force munitions, a solid ceramic slug used to blast open doors. So the jackbooted thugs don't even have to hurt their feet anymore. They just got these.
Juan Garcia.
Juan, what's your position here in the city of Kingsville?
Oh, I work for Malby Construction.
So y'all are just contracted out for the city to repair
just to secure the buildings. That's all. This building and the Exxon building. And that's it. I mean, that's our only job.
So now y'all are here just to secure and put the windows back in and kind of tear out some of the fire damage and things that were caused here to the police station.
Yeah, we were, like I said, we were waiting to seal off the building. So that's all they told us. You know, that's all they told us we were going to be sealing off a building late at night, and that's all. You know, that's
after it was broken into.
Right.
Did you see what happened?
We heard gunfire and small explosions and stuff. But actually, what actually happened, though, the helicopters, zooming around.
Can you tell us what you saw and heard?
Basically, what I saw was just the helicopters flying around and gunfire and explosions. But the police were all there and they told us don't be calm. This is just an exercise.
Just be calm. And
yeah.
Were the police working with the military?
Yes, sir, they were. As far as I know. Because they sealed off the streets, pretty much in a hurry.
Have y'all fixed any bullet holes inside?
No, sir, we're not doing it. All we're doing is the exterior of the building.
Was there bullet holes inside?
Yeah, we saw some, and that's you couldn't hear very much because there was a lot of noise, choppers and stuff.
How many choppers?
I can't recall. I would say like 6. I didn't count them. There were small ones and big ones. So.
Oh, small ones and big ones. We were told that there were actually some attack Apache type aircraft, and then also some Blackhawks in support that were actually delivering the troops.
Right. I guess. Like I said, I don't know the difference between the helicopters, but there was several big ones and some small ones and stuff.
So you saw several big ones and some small ones. Can you try to give us a ballpark figure?
I would say 5, 6. Somewhere on there. I don't remember.
So 2 or 3 small ones and 2 or 3 big ones?
Yeah. There wasn't very many big ones. I think there was only like 2 big ones. That's it. And then the rest were just small.
So 2 large helicopters and 4 small helicopters?
Right. Just black.
Black helicopters?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't see any markings? Were there lights on the helicopters?
No, sir. Not when I saw them. Not at all.
And how low were they?
Oh, right above the buildings. Real low.
Real low?
Yeah.
And that's incredibly dangerous. Your name?
Gracie.
Gracie?
Uh-huh.
Gracie, you live here in Kingsville?
Yes, sir. I live in that building right there in Casa Ricardo.
Wow, you live real close. Did you hear about the helicopter assault on the old police station before it happened?
No. Until that day. There were all these over there and right there. I'm sorry.
No.
And all that time, there'd be no, surroundings like that.
And basically, were you at home when you heard the explosions?
Well, for a matter of fact, I have gone for a walk, and I sit, and then when I got here,
Poor thing, you were actually out here.
I sit on the bench, and then I got scared because of the noise. It was so terrible and too loud.
What'd you see? What'd you hear?
Well, they were throwing some bombs, bombing.
Right.
Yeah, and some. I think they were using some rifles too, and the other kind of rifles, the one you stuff like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gracie lives in Casa Ricardo, approximately 250 feet from the Kingsville Detectives Building, the police department. Casa Ricardo is a nursing home, an old folks' home. This lady's out for a walk, and suddenly black helicopters, men in uniforms running around firing automatic weapons. Now tell me that is not pure insanity and total disregard for the public's safety. Let's continue with the interview.
Just, going back and forth and doing the same thing, but I just couldn't see anything else because I was so scared. I went back to my apartment and.
So you were out walking and you actually...
Well, I think it started when I got from my walk. I'm not really too sure.
What'd you see in here again?
Uh-huh.
You were saying...
I went back to my apartment because I was so scared, and I got out from there because I could still hear the noise, It was too loud and too fast.
Just how or...
Yeah, of everything, I think they were doing everything at the same time.
Explosions and firing.
And everything at the same time, and then I saw one getting down from a parachute and way over there.
You're kidding.
Yes, I did.
What kind of uniforms were they in?
I couldn't barely tell.
You couldn't really see him in the dark.
Yeah, it was dark, so it was maybe it's,
Black uniform?
or green or something like that, like the ones that they have, the men from the National Garden. I think they're the same. I could barely tell, and I could barely tell if they were wearing, something like that, like his, or I really couldn't tell. But I saw one.
What about the helicopters?
Well, the helicopters, I don't know. I haven't seen them, so close. They were so big, and just flying. Well, they look like blacks. I couldn't barely tell. Maybe they were black. I don't know.
No flashing lights on them or anything?
I'm afraid they were. Between it was 7 to 9 in the evening, 7 to 9, and it was a fire. But I don't know where. I think it was in that building.
They've already painted over it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it all black this morning?
Yeah, it's been all these days like that. I think they fixed it up. But I couldn't tell if it was, right there or over there. So I guess...
Now, wait. You said you saw somebody with a parachute. Can you point
Yes.
the direction where you saw the guy in the parachute?
Well, let's see. Near the fence, way over there.
Way a couple hundred yards over there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, are they coming down from ropes or actual parachutes?
Well, I couldn't barely tell.
They were just coming out of the sky in the dark.
I couldn't tell if it was a parachute, if it was a rope. I just saw him, getting down. That's all.
That is just absolutely incredible. How long did it last?
Oh, I don't know. You mean when they finish, they end? I'm not sure. It's like I said, it was 7 till 9. That's what they told me there. I'm not sure.
And so it went on for several hours.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
The gunfire and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, they had trouble with their imaginary enemy, didn't they?
I guess.
Must have been many different teams that were going to
They were using so many things that I could barely tell what they were.
So there were explosions and rapid gunfire?
Uh-huh. And they also stopped on the top of the building right there.
Which one?
That one right there,
You're talking about the old Exxon building.
Yeah, that
Did
one
you know
right
they
here.
blew out almost every window in that building?
Yes, that's what I...
We heard that large helicopters landed on the top.
Yes! Mostly all of them, I think. They stopped right there in that building on the top.
They just landed on top of the building.
Yeah, and then they got away. They flew away. And I also saw a lot of men, that I think they were going up and those things,
What about the police?
Well, the police, I don't know about them. I don't know what they did. They were just taking care of the area, that's all.
While the Delta Force did their work.
They were standing right there, and I went over there, and over here there were a whole bunch of them. I think there were...
Did you appreciate not being warned and suddenly having black helicopters swarming?
No.
You didn't enjoy that?
No, not really, because, I was thinking myself that they should be, have done that here because it's dangerous,
Well, you know what they're doing. They want to do this to citizens in the future, martial law, and I don't want to scare you as being prepared in this country. And what they're trying to do is, have you ever noticed how if you get somebody into something a little bit at a time, they're ready to accept it? They're easing America in to it to where people are used to seeing black helicopters fly over and explosions.